Hi everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I'm coming by today to share how I go about putting together a Dragon's Eye notebook. For this notebook in particular, I'm just going to use, this is a 3-pack of the little composition notebooks that came from the Dollar Tree. Okay, then I'm going to use this texture stamp from Sculpey, and it's the edgy pack. Alright, I thought that would make some good dragon skin. I've got several different texture sheets that I've used for dragon skin. Alright, then I'm going to actually do a mix of clays. This is some Sculpey 3. It's the, looks like possibly teal blue. And this is the white glitter Primo Accents. Frost white glitter. Okay? So I'm going to do a mix of these. Not sure yet how much I'm going to mix. In what proportions. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, I've done a bit of change of direction because I did a check. A lot of these older packages where the color is printed wears off. So this is actually teal pearl Sculpey 3. So if I mixed it with the frost white glitter, it would kind of obliterate that pearl effect. So I'm going to mix it with some Primo Accents translucent. And this is just the regular translucent, not the frost white. Because I would have had to dig a little deeper in the drawer. I'm not saying I'm lazy, but you know. Okay, so half a bar if you're using the 2 ounce. Let's see, because it's thicker, maybe a little closer to a bar. Okay, with half the package of the Sculpey 3 teal pearl. Okay, so I'm going to mix these together. I'm not going to show making the Dragon's Eye because I already have a tutorial on that I'll link in an iCard and down below. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, I just want to share this with you to let you know it does happen to me too. This translucent Primo is rather on the crumbly side. It's not partially cured or anything, it's just crumbly. So it will take a little bit of running through the pasta machine to get it to condition. Of course, the Sculpey 3 is so soft, it's basically ready right out of the package. As you can see, I can easily manipulate it with my fingers. So the first time I ran it through, it literally just crumbled into the Sculpey pearl. But after running it through about 3 times, this is now what I'm getting. So just a couple of more rolls and I should be there. Okay? Okay, this has been run through about 10 times. And as you can see, it still needs a bit more. But I'm going to add a little bit of maca powder. This happens to be Primary Elements. I don't happen to have the Pearl X powder that really matches this color. Neither does this. But the sparkle the maca powder is pretty close. The Primary Elements actually has a two-tone kind of effect. Not really a two-tone, but it's got the mica particles in it, plus it has a pigment component. Okay, so I've got my really soft brush. Now, as you can see, I didn't really add a lot. I'm actually going to add just a bit more. Okay, now I'm going to run this through a few more times. Now you can see what I meant about the mica is a similar color, even though the pigment is a little different. Okay, I'm hoping it will have the desired effect. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is to roll out the texture. Okay, this texture is actually graduated from larger to smaller in texture, finer to less fine. Okay, so I'm gonna start with it this way. Before I do, these Sculpey texture sheets are not like silicone texture sheets. So I'm going to squirt just a bit of water to serve as a release. Okay, you could tell I was applying quite a bit of pressure. Okay, it still needs just a bit more on this side. Okay. Now, as you can see, right there is a little light. So I'm going to attempt to find my clay blade. Okay, I'm really glad y'all can't see the mess my desk is right now. Because it is. Okay. That's a decent dragon scale looking texture. Just checking the fit bit. Okay, it's a little short. So one of the things we can do about that is to stretch the sheet just a bit. Again, I'm using a light touch, a light pressure between my fingers. Although I'm pulling rather forcefully, I'm not pressing down with my fingers very much. That's how you get fingerprints. Okay, got that stretched out enough. Now, normally, I would have a template for the cover of this book, but I don't know what I did with it. So, I'm going to lay it down. What you want is for the cover to stop at the point the book opens. So this particular composition book does open all the way, so your cover can go just almost to the edge. So I'm going to back it off just a bit. Something like that. And then I'm just going to trim it. Okay, it's still got some ratty edges down at the bottom. I don't mind that. Okay, this is one of the questions I get asked all the time. Do I bake the cover on the book or glue it on after? You can do either one, but baking the notebook in the oven will cause the pages to curl and wrinkle a bit. So if that's the look you're going for, that's great. I'm not going for that look, so I'm going to bake it separately. Okay, and then glue it on afterwards. Just want to trim up the edge just a bit. Okay, there's the cover. Now for the rest. Like I said, I'm not going to show the dragon's eye, making the base dragon's eye. I will link the tutorial up in the iCard, like I said, and down below. But I will show what I do with the base dragon's eye. Okay. Now, I've just got this sitting on a piece of printer paper. It's a cardstock. And you don't want to leave your polymer clay sitting on paper or cardstock, because it will leach the polymer clay. So here's the eye I've created. I'm going to put it on a bit of an angle. Okay, I've just pinched off a bit of the clay. I'm going to roll it into a ball and then roll it into a teardrop. I'm just using my color shaper I'm going to add these to the eye, and I'm going to do several of these. And I'm going to put them where I can do several layers. So the first layer is going to lay actually on the cover. Then the second layer will lay on top of the first, and they'll stick out just a bit more. Okay, these are just going to be on the outside edge of the eye. And I'm going to make them shorter as I go towards the top. And don't worry about the transition, because we're going to put some dots there. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now I'm just going to roll some small balls and grab my ball tool. I'm just rolling out a bit into a snake to make it a bit easier to pinch off the little round shapes. Because since this is half Sculpey 3 and half Primo. It is still a fairly soft clay. So it does have a tendency to be a little stretchy. Okay, so I'm just going to continue on with this. They're just going to be randomly placed and randomly spaced. Okay, something like that. And also randomly sized. Make some of them smaller, some of them larger. Okay, and I'm going to continue and do this all around the eyelids. Even down here. Just going to add a couple. Okay, so if I can lift this up and show it. Okay, then because I view the rest of the cover as the dragon's skin, I'm going to continue to do this in random spots on the cover. And if it helps to turn the eye around so that you have a better view of it, by all means do that. Okay, now if you want, You can take some smaller sections. And yes, my nails are starting to get in my way. So it may be time for a trim. Okay, and then you're just going to keep adding to the detail whatever your little heart desires. Like these little bits right here, you could add a glass rhinestone or a stone of your choice. You could add smaller glass stones. There is literally 100 different ways you could finish it, and probably even more. Could go back and add some detailing. Okay, so I think you probably get the hint. Boy, this clay is sticky. Okay. So, there. I'm going to stick this in the oven and bake it for an hour at 275. Okay. I've got some Deco Art Media antiquing cream, and this is in the titanium white thing with a bit of water. I'm just going to paint this on and then let it dry. Okay, it's dry now. And I just need to spritz a little water on the corner of this paper towel. I'm using a paper towel so that it won't get down in the recesses. So just wipe the top layer off of this antiquing cream. Okay. Okay. Now, I've also gone just around the borders of the book with this teal green Americana paint, acrylic paint, just to cover any gaps that the polymer clay won't cover. Alright, and then to glue it into place, I'm just going to use some glossy accents. Okay, I put a bead around the edge and zigzagged in the middle. Just going to give it a bit of pressure. Okay, and there it is. Turned out pretty nice. Again, I will put the iCard up in the corner for the Dragon's Eye tutorial, and I'll also put it in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. As always, I'll put the links down below for the products I've used, as well as for the tutorial, and the links to my shop and other social media links also will be listed below. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much. Bye for now.